Good morning. Good morning. It's time for another edition of the pre-market PulseScan with yours truly, Dex, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com. And yes, it's Take Back Friday. Take Back Friday. I know everybody is excited about being able to spend time with family and friends and have a nice, relaxing, peaceful, and fun weekend with the spouse and kids. Well, this is that day. All right. So since everyone's been locked in anyway, and on quarantine, you've been already doing that basically because you can't go to work. Some of you even lost your job, so you're already in that situation. But if you are, cheer up. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. It's just that this is going to be a long tunnel. All right. So first of all, what up, Mr. Bolins and Red Fox and Brandon and Paul? Good morning. Thanks for holding me down in the live chat. If you can go ahead and click that like button, I highly appreciate it. All right. So we got a lot going on this morning. But then again, isn't that every morning? Ever since this whole COVID-19 thing has been upon us. All right, let's jump into some news, and we need to go into some markets too. So we'll do both. All right. So first and foremost on the docket, this is what we got. All right. Some of the stuff you probably already know, though. Let's see. All right. Big price to pay. Trump blasts 3M after ordering the N95 mask maker to boost U.S. production. We hit 3M hard today after seeing what they were doing with their masks. A taste of things to come. Italian services activity plunges to 11-year low as national lockdown weighs. IHS Markets Purchasing Managers Index PMI reading shrank to 17.4 in March from 52.1 in February. The Big Short again. A hedge fund boss and Warren Buffett disciple posted a 40% gain during the market meltdown. Crescent Capital's Kevin Smith delivered gains of 40.5% and 34.3% in two key funds as stocks plunged. OPEC Plus debates biggest ever cut as virus destroys oil demand. Major oil producers are planning to cut output by the equivalent of about 10% of global supply, Reuters reported. Now, the numbers game is being played again, folks. So I missed nothing. So here we go. What I just read to you was 10%. They're talking about cutting 10% of global supply. 10. All right, that's your first 10. Second 10. They're thinking about cutting back 10 million barrels. Second 10. 10 million barrels equals 10% of global supply. Here's your next 10. 10 million people filed for unemployment in the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks, i.e., 10 days. So we got 10, 10, 10, and 10. The numbers are popping up all over again. And I just had to put that out there for you so that you can know about the coordinated effort that is going on. This is a global coordinated affair. Air France, KLM, is in talks on massive state-backed loan package. The French carrier could get as much as 4 billion euros in French guaranteed loans, while the Dutch airlines might net 2 billion, Reuters said. Where's all this money coming from? See, it's like when you have, and when you turn everything into digital, all you do is just push a button and those zeros and ones enter into your account. It's just that simple, man. That's why it can be done infinitely. UK faces depression-style hit as firms slump in March. The composite PMI reading for manufacturing and services activity tumbled to 36 from 53 in February. Airbus weighs sharp cut in A320 family jet production. The aircraft manufacturer could have output to 30 of the planes a month for 1 to 2 quarters, sources told Reuters. All right, now see, they're not being honest, so I'm going to have to do it for you. They're talking about Italy and everybody else, but they're not talking about the U.S. First of all, the U.S. numbers came out today. We had the non-farm payrolls, and what happened is it proved and demonstrated that the unemployment situation was already problematic before the coronavirus really kicked into effect, just like I've been telling you guys. But see, they don't want to talk about that though. They want to hide that, cover that up. All right, earnings keep coming. Constellation Brands and H&M are two of the highlights as far as earnings coming out. All right, in addition to that, a leaked memo obtained by Vice revealed Amazon's efforts to mount a smear campaign against a worker it fired. The memo was written by Amazon's top lawyer and described the fired worker, Chris Smalls, as not smart or articulate. Zoom's CEO apologized to the video conferencing app's millions of users over privacy concerns. We recognize that we have fallen short of the community's and our own privacy and security expectations, founder Eric Wan said in a blog post. Japanese mega investor SoftBank confirmed it's abandoning a plan to buy $3 billion worth of WeWork shares, citing significant criminal and civil investigations. The decision nixes an offer to buy $3 billion worth of shares from other WeWork investors and employees, including nearly some $970 million worth from former CEO Adam Neumann. Apple appeared to accidentally leak details of an unreleased iPhone accessory that will help you find lost items with your phone. Apple posted and quickly removed the video tutorial that mentioned an unreleased and long-rumored product called AirTags. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos will donate $100 million to help food banks that are facing shortages due to the coronavirus outbreak. Bezos wrote that food insecurity in American households is an important problem that will be worsened by COVID-19. You think? Disney will furlough employees during the coronavirus crisis. The furloughing will begin April the 19th after the company theme parks, cruise lines, retail stores, and film productions have all been hit by the pandemic. I told you, they're coming for your jobs. The layoffs are going to be over the top. Bill Gates has said the U.S. needs a nationwide shutdown for at least 10 more weeks to fight COVID-19. The Microsoft founder called for a consistent nationwide approach to shutting down to combat the spread of the coronavirus. All right, follow the money, see who benefits. Bill Gates is the second billionaire to make that public statement. Why do they want to shut down the entire country for a prolonged period of time? And then once again, who benefits? Airbnb has reportedly dropped its internal valuations to $26 billion as the coronavirus halted travel worldwide. That's a 16% drop from the company's previous valuation of $31 billion, according to PitchBook. Well, let's be honest. Airbnb was already having issues before COVID-19. They were having a lot of issues, and there were a lot of complaints and things against the company. So let's not pretend that COVID-19 is to blame here. Venture capital-backed startups will become eligible for $350 billion in small business loans guaranteed by the federal government. COVID-19 stimulus provides forgivable loans of up to $10 million for companies with fewer than 500 employees, but contain an affiliation rule which would have excluded small businesses with venture capitalists as shareholders, because the government does not want to share or compete or have to break up its money because we're nationalizing everything. The CEO of Voi, a European rival to $2.5 billion scooter startup Bird, revealed the firm has furloughed and laid off staff to cope with COVID-19. The company has laid off and furloughed most of its staff in an attempt to manage the ongoing pandemic. More layoffs are coming. I warned you. I told you they were coming for your jobs. And here's what's happening. 10 million. Say it with me. 10 million people have filed for unemployment in the USA alone. The U.S. lost 701,000 jobs in March, the first monthly fall in a decade. I will repeat. The USA, United States of America, lost 701,000 jobs in the month of March, which was only 3 days ago. First monthly fall in a decade. There is the number 10 again. 10. You've been seeing the reoccurring theme of 10 this entire show. 10, 10, 10. Follow the money. They love to speak in numbers. The algorithms pick up everything and miss nothing. You've been forewarned. Here we go. All we need now to see if anything happens at 10 o'clock today. Normally, whatever's going to happen happens after the first hour of trading, which is at 10:30. So is something going to go down today, this morning? We shall see. Or is it going to happen for us on April the 10th? Very interesting, these times that we're living in. And by the way, that's next Friday. Next week is the 10th, and that is another Take Back Friday. Let's see. All right, jump into overnight markets. So we got the Dow down 104 points at 21,169. We got the NASDAQ down 24.5 points at 7602 and 3/4. Even the S&P 500 down 8 1/4 at 2508 1/4. Russell down 11.1 points at 1069.9. Bitcoin futures composite index is up $60 at 6,925. Nat gas flat at 154, $1.54. Crude oil is up $2 even at $27.32. Hit an overnight high of $28.57 and got as low as $23.52. Had a very busy night. All right, we have a $5 trading range on crude oil. $5 trading range on crude oil. What in the world? Your long bond is up 11/32 at 181.28. And gold is now down $1.60 at $1,636.10 an ounce. It was as low as $1,624.40 an ounce in the overnight market. And it peaked out in the overnight market at $1,647.40. Silver right now is off 9 cents at $14.55. It rallied up to $14.75 in the overnight and got as low as $14.46 in the overnight. Turning our attention now to the U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar is rallying. It's up 52 pips. Make that 53 pips now. It's at par 70 right now. And the overnight low was par 14 and the high was par 82. The euro yen is pretty much flat right now. It's flat, man. Only off 10 pips. All right. And we're at 117.03. So it's been kind of quiet. Very tight trading range. Overnight low was 116.76 and overnight high was 117.34. Very tight range there. All right. Looking at the euro, it's off 57 pips at 108.16. It's also pretty quiet at the moment. Pound sterling, though, really getting rocked. It is down 136 pips, trading at 122.68. And the Aussie down 40 pips, trading at 60.09. Looking at food, beans are up 3.5 points at 862 and a quarter, and your corn is up 3.5 at 337 even. All right, taking a look at let's see, any pre-market 2-bar Charlie setups. Scanning now, and so far we do not. Nope. Let's go down here and look at. Nope. Gold and silver is nope. It's a negative. All right, looking at our currencies, they're all negative. All right, looking at food. Food is also negative. All right, so no pre-market setups to speak of right now. All right, so okay, let's see here. We got a question. What days does the market close over the Easter weekend? Could that be when something wacky goes down? Yeah, it could. It could be. I have to look into it and see what the trading schedule is for the Easter weekend. If for what I normally do, this is just something that I do. You guys may want to consider it too. Sometimes those days just creep up on me, and I'm like clueless, like, oh my goodness, so it's Monday's a holiday. You can go to the CME website, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and you can pull up their holiday schedule, and they'll tell you. And you can also go to the New York Stock Exchange and look at their holiday schedule, and they'll tell you. Those are the two places I go because it tells me what I need to know. Because sometimes you have a hard close where the New York Stock Exchange and the futures are straight up closed, nothing's trading, nothing's moving. Then other times you have these augmented schedules where the New York Stock Exchange will be closed, but the futures will trade until like 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they close in the afternoon. So it's going to be one or the other. So I have to check. And then other times you think that the markets are closing, they're open. All of them are open, normal schedule. So it just depends. So when in doubt, always check and see. You just never know. Yeah, so that's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the New York Stock Exchange. That's what I go by. And if there's a holiday, here's my little rule of thumb too for you guys. If the New York Stock Exchange is closed, I'm closed too. I follow the New York Stock Exchange. I follow the equities market schedule, like straight up. I ignore I do not trade on holidays, and I do not trade on weekends. All right, so you will not see me trading in and out of cryptos on Saturday. All right, because that's my day off, and I spend that time with family and friends, and I'm relaxing. My feet are literally kicked up. My feet are literally at a 90-degree angle. All right, above my heart. All right, got the blood flowing. I'm chilling. Okay, I'm literally chilling. I do not trade on the weekends, and I do not suggest that anyone else does either. I don't care what happens on a Saturday in the crypto market. It's all going to come to fruition by Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time anyway. So just to let y'all know that, okay? All right. Now, where was I? I think that's it, man, for real. This is Take Back Friday. Because we're in a COVID-19 chaos mode, until we're out of COVID-19 chaos mode, I have suspended my normal pattern for Fridays. Normally on Fridays, I do not initiate any new positions whatsoever. I normally don't trade at all. If I have open positions, I'll leave my stops in place where they are and just forget about it. But because we're in COVID-19, anything goes and you don't know what's going down. So you have to be ready to do whatever you got to do. All right. So all my open positions, I have not updated any of the stops. I'm leaving things the way they are for now. And I'm not looking to shop and to add anything new today. Not today anyway. When Sunday night, Monday morning comes, then perhaps we'll begin another operation. But for right now, I'm chilling. I'm not touching nothing. And the reason being is because the way these markets have been moving the last couple of days, they seem to be getting pushed around, getting ready for something to go down. So I'm chilling. I want to see what it is myself. I want to know what is really in store, what's really good, what's really going on. And the only way for me to get that information is to chill and see what comes down the pike here. All right. Now you guys do what y'all got to do. If you guys are still long that Bitcoin, remember what I told you yesterday. You're gonna need to pop your way through it. All right. Don't be no hero. Pop your way through it. Okay. Please don't turn a nice profitable winning trade into a losing trade. All right. You don't want to do that. You want to be smart. And if there's profit on the table for you to take, go ahead and take it. If not, if you want to be rugged, that's fine too. Just keep in mind that you're gonna have to really watch it. Okay. So keep your eyes on your money today. You just don't know what can go down. And like I said, I'm evaluating. I don't know if I'm gonna move any stops at the moment. I'm looking into it. I'm thinking about it because if I can be rid of some things so I can have a clean slate going into the weekend, I might just consider doing that. Let's see here. Here's another thing. Let me just look, double checking a few entries right now. Just want to make sure everything is kosher. So give me 1 second because we're almost to the opening bell. So got to make sure that all my I's are dotted and my T's crossed. All right. And then we got that. And then we got that. All right. So. All right, now let me look over here in the pre-market real quick. So it's another thing too to get in the habit of doing. You know that when the market's about to open, you know you have to make moves. So it's better to go ahead and make those moves before the market comes to you. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I've decided to do. I'm over here looking at order entries and whatnot. I am definitely going to tighten stops. All right, I'm definitely going to tighten the stops. And I'm going to post it to the room right now. And if the markets take me out of the trades, I don't care because this is strictly system. I know I told you guys that when I put these on. I said I'm strictly going by system on these. So let me go ahead and post this in the room right quick for those that are following along. All right, so that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, those are the open positions and those are the stops. All right, and I'm going to move those right now. All right, so let's see here. Okay, webinar is at 10:30. All right, webinar is at 10:30, and you don't want to miss that. All right, you can register at PulseWaveTrading.com for those that want to participate in that. If you're new to the system or you're new to trading, I highly recommend you coming over there and attending. You're going to need to do that. All right, and give me one more moment here. All right, so let's see here. All right, and you should go ahead if you're following my stuff. Excuse me. You're gonna want to definitely go in there and move those stops right quick. That way you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm in here right now because the opening bell is about to be upon us, and you don't want to be caught out of pocket. And really, I should have did this last night, to be quite honest with you. I have no idea why I didn't. So I'm doing it now right quick. So that way I don't have to worry about it either. So I'm tightening up stops. Whatever happens, happens. If I get kicked out, that's cool. Got a clean slate, and then we can re-up. All right. So that's that. I think we are done here. And that's all I got for y'all for right now. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Be careful out there. Mask up, glove up. All right. And with that being said, I will see you guys back here on Monday morning for pre-market PulseScan. The rest of you, I'll see you in the trading room. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And there's the opening bell. So I'm out, and peace.